more crime police reports, incidents of homosexuality have been reducing in Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2017, the police in Uganda recorded a total of 120 cases of homosexuality. In 2018, the number recorded was 100. 2019, 103. 79 cases were reported in 2020, and 80 cases were reported in 2021. 2022 recorded 83. This means that the legislative interventions sought are not backed by any evidence of increase in this particular crime.
Order, Madam Speaker. Order.
3.2.
Order, Madam Speaker.
Can you finish?
Order.
3.2.
Order, Madam Speaker.
3.2, Right Honorable Speaker. Criminalization of appearance of a person. The second point of dissent is that the bill in its current form creates penal sanctions against a person merely based on appearance, thereby attempting to reverse the decision in the court case of Kasha Jacqueline versus Rolling Stone Limited and another, miscellaneous cause 163 of 2010. Right Honorable Speaker, the minority are aware that clause 2(1)(d) of the bill proposes to declare as acts of homosexuality a person who holds out as a lesbian, gay, transgender, a queer, or any other sexual or gender identity that is contrary to the binary category of male and female. This provision has the effect of criminalizing the persons who identify as lesbians, gay, transgender, queer, or any other sexual or gender identity that is contrary to the binary categories of male and female, without such persons committing any offense under the laws of Uganda. The committee was also informed by the Uganda Medical Association that in Uganda there are rare biological cases affecting the genes that code for unusual expression of physical phenotypic expressions associated with genital organs. These include Klinefelter syndrome and random genetic occurrence.
Clark, can I have more chairs inside for members? Can you summarize?
Right Honorable Speaker, the third point of contention at 3.3, and I'm trying to run through a rather long report, 11 pages.
No, you take your time.
I take my time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the DPP cautioned the committee about clauses 1(2)(d), which seeks to punish a person based on appearance, and reasoned that if a person holds out as a thief, he cannot possibly be punished for being a thief until he commits the crime of theft. The minority are aware that the following police conduct, the police conduct in Victor Mukasa, I beg your pardon, Right Honorable Speaker, the minority are concerned that the police has been arresting people based on their appearance, as was found in the case of Victor Mukasa and another versus the Attorney General. High Court Miscellaneous Cause number 24 of 2006, where the plaintiff in that case was arrested by police based on appearance and without having committed any offense, and taken to the police to determine his sexuality. The minority are aware that following police conduct in Victor Mukasa, Supra, court guided in the case of Kasha Jacqueline versus Rolling Stone and another, Miscellaneous Clause 163 of 2010, that, and I quote, the scope of Section 145 of the Penal Code is narrower than gayism generally, that one has to commit an offense under Section 145 to be regarded as a criminal. This decision means that being or appearing as a person belonging to LGBTQ plus person is not in itself an offense until the person commits any of the offenses prohibited under our laws. This means that a person cannot be criminalized, but the conduct of that person can be. Right, Honorable Speaker, the third point of dissent is duplication of provisions in the Penal Code Act. The minority note that the majority of the stakeholders who appeared before the committee pointed out that the bill introduces nothing of practical value, but merely reproduces provisions that already exist in other laws. Whereas the majority of the clauses in the bill are unconstitutional, the rest are redundant, and they become useless once the unconstitutional provisions are removed. The redundant clauses include Clause 5.2, 4, Clause 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 16, and 17. The bill is a duplication of the provisions that already exist under the Penal Code Act and is therefore unnecessary. The DPP also objected to the bill on grounds that the proposals contained in the bill should be introduced if they are found relevant in the Penal Code rather than being introduced in the proposed bill. The Attorney General advised the committee and pointed out a number of provisions that are already prescribed in our laws, making the bill redundant and of no legislative value. The minority find the following provisions redundant. Clause 1 defines matters that are already provided in other laws, including the Penal Code Act. Clause 1 on the offense of homosexuality is provided for in Section 145 of the Penal Code Act. Clause 2 of the offense of aggravated homosexuality can be prevented in Section 129 of the Penal Code Act on the offense of defilement. Clause 4 is already prescribed in Clause 1. Clause 8 is already provided for in Section 19(1)(c) of the Penal Code Act. Clause 9 of the bill exists in Chapter 16 of the Penal Code Act. Clause 11 is already provided for under Section 134 of the Penal Code Act. Clause 13 is redundant since Article 31(2) specifically bans same-sex marriages, and the Marriage Act defines a marriage and does not include same-sex marriage. Clause 16 is redundant. There exists a law to regulate extraditions from and to Uganda, and that law is the Extradition Act, Cap 117. The minority are aware that the provisions of the bill, once passed into law, will complicate the prosecution of offenses under the Penal Code Act. The committee was cautioned by the Attorney General that there's nothing that prevents Parliament from enacting laws or indeed improving on existing provisions of the law to meet emerging challenges in or of the society, as long as Parliament cautions itself against duplication of provisions in other laws. Our last point of dissent, Right Honorable Speaker, our second last point of dissent, the constitutionality of the bill. The bill makes provisions for matters which infringe the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, 1995, including Article 27 on the right to privacy, Article 24 and 44A relating to non-derogable right to freedom from inhuman and degrading treatment as protected under Articles 24 and 44A, Article 21 of the Constitution on the right against discrimination. The bill goes beyond the limitations envisaged in Article 43 of the Constitution, and some provisions contravene the principle of legality prescribed in Article 28(12) of the Constitution. Right Honorable Speaker, not only does the bill contravene the provisions of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, it also contravenes established international and regional human rights standards, as it unfairly limits the fundamental rights of the LGBTQ+ persons. This criminalization, Right Honorable Speaker, denies them equal protection under the law owing to the harsh and differential treatment they receive based on their sexual orientation and criminalization of the same. The provisions, Right Honorable Speaker, the provisions that further infringe the Constitution also include Clause 3(1)(b) and (c), which make the offense of homosexuality aggravated when the offender is a person living with HIV and when the victim is a person with disability. And we propose that that would violate Article 21 of the Constitution because it's discriminatory. The discrimination on the basis of HIV status and being a person living with disability. These provisions perpetuate the stereotype that people living with HIV cannot engage in safe adult-to-adult sex, that people with disabilities are eminently victims in human relationships. B, Clause 5(1), Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, please respect the member.
Clause 5(1), which provides that a victim of homosexuality shall not be penalized for any crime committed as a direct result of his or her involvement in homosexuality, combined with the definition of victim in Clause 1 as including a person who is involved in homosexual activities against his or her own will, introduces the homosexual panic defense, which essentially gives the victims a leeway to harm suspected LGBT persons and get away scot-free, thereby contravening the presumption of innocence guaranteed under Article 28(3)(a) of the Constitution. C, Clauses 1, 2(1)(d), 3(1)(b), E, F, 4(1) and 8, in as far as they define touching as constituting the offense of homosexuality, aggravated homosexuality, attempt to commit homosexuality, and aiding and abetting homosexuality, respectively, would violate the principle of legality under Article 28(12) of the Constitution. This provision requires that all criminal offenses be properly defined and is part of the non-derogable right to a fair hearing protected under Article 28 and Article 44(c) of the Constitution. Court has declared provisions of laws that are incapable of exact definition unconstitutional. It's therefore the position of the minority that the provisions in the bill, if passed into law, infringe the rights of Ugandans, specifically the rights and freedoms of expression, association, liberty, privacy, equality, and freedom from discrimination, inhuman and degrading treatment, the right to a fair hearing, and finds that if Parliament enacts this into law, it will be unconstitutional. 3.5. Right Honorable Speaker, some of the we also argue that the bill reverses the gains registered in the fight against gender-based violence, especially against women and girls. Some of the clauses of the bill.
Honorable members, can we
Right Honorable Speaker,
give him time to finish?
some of the clauses of the bill reverse the gains registered in the fight against gender-based violence, especially of women and children. The bill in clauses 2 and 3 makes provisions for the offense of homosexuality and aggravated homosexuality. The provisions prescribe sanctions for 10 years against a person who infringes against the provisions of the bill. The minority has examined these provisions and finds them to infringe on sections 123, 129 of the Penal Code, which create the offenses of rape, and defilement respectively. These offenses prescribe varying sentences against persons who conduct themselves or herself in a manner that constitutes the offense, ranging from death to life imprisonment. The bill now proposes to make various indirect amendments to those provisions of the Penal Code by reducing the penalties for the same conduct that is prohibited under sections 123 and 129 of the Penal Code, from death and life imprisonment to 10 years imprisonment. This makes the provisions regressive, affects the fight against gender-based violence against girls and women, and reverses the gains so far registered in the fight against rape and defilement. In conclusion, Right Honorable Speaker, the minority have examined the bill and are of the considered opinion that the bill is ill-conceived. It contains provisions that are unconstitutional. It reverses the gains registered in the fight against gender-based violence. It criminalizes individuals instead of conduct, and that contravenes all known legal norms. The bill does not introduce any value addition to the statute books and available legislative framework. In light of the above, the minority proposes A, that the spirit of the anti-homosexuality bill guides the enrichment of a comprehensive, non-discriminatory sexual offences bill. B, that the proposals contained in the bill should be presented to the Law Reform Commission to study and advise government on the possible reforms of sexual offences laws. C, that government should introduce legislation and a framework for the provision of rehabilitation of victims of sexual and gender-based violence. D, that the existing legislation be amended to provide clarity where necessary. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to report.
Thank you. Honorable members, I want to thank the minority member, and I will give time. Honorable members, once we open the debate, we are going to structure the debate in this way. Those who are not in favor of the bill will also get up and speak, like he has spoken. We start with them. Then we will know who is who. But meanwhile, a motion?
Procedure.
Procedure? Honorable.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, whereas our rules demand that after a report has been presented, we will have to wait for 3 days to debate it. I want to move under Rule 6 that we suspend 16 that we suspend 205 and 6 of our rules of procedure.
You're suspending Rule 204.
5 and 6. Yes. That we allow for debate immediately. I beg to move.
Move a motion.
I therefore move a motion, Madam Speaker, that we suspend those two rules, those two clauses, and we immediately debate this motion.
Is that seconded? Seconded by Honorable Silas, Segona, Kato, Pastor, by everybody. Would you speak to your motion?
Thank you so much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, given the importance of the bill, the atmosphere in the House, the willingness of the members, the urgency of the bill, I don't see why we should wait. The gravity of the matter, I don't see why we should wait. We should debate immediately, pass this bill. It is made law so that we have a conducive atmosphere in this country. I beg to move.
I now put a question that Rule 204, 6 and 5 and 6A be suspended. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, as we commence the debate on this motion of the second reading, I wish to guide as follows. As a custodian of rules of procedure, I will defend the right of the minority members, even if the minority have nothing to say, but will defend them. Aware that there is a dissenting opinion from the major opinion, we will accord the minority team an opportunity to first debate and convince the House why they have the minority. I am going to, before we go into a debate, honorable members, when the speaker is speaking, honorable members, I don't want technical errors like what was made before. I am going to do a roll call. We want to confirm the quorum so that the minority member should not run to court that there was no quorum. So, but before we do that, Attorney General has something to say.
I seek to be protected.
Honorable members, listen to Attorney General.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, the mandate of Parliament is to legislate. In attending to this bill, Parliament is executing its mandate. My office as Attorney General, we have looked at the bill. We have made consultation with the mover. We have harmonized, and we are comfortable. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable members. Honorable members, can we now start with roll call? Roll call.
Ababiku Jessica.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I have listened to your directives, but I request that you guide on members of our committee who are in Karamoja.
I have them on Zoom.
Okay.
I have them on Zoom.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I'm present.
Just say present.
Abeja Susan Jolie.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker,
thank you very much.
I want us to debate once we know that we have quorum.
No, Madam Speaker, I want to invite you and the House to look at the rule that requires us to have a quorum, Madam Speaker. I know you've looked at it, but that rule requires quorum at the voting stage, Madam Speaker. I want to plead with you that you allow the debate, and then you can ascertain quorum when we are voting, Madam Speaker.
Honorable member, can we have a roll call, we debate and vote? Can we do roll call very fast?
Honorable Abeja Susan Jolie.
Abeja Susan. Microphone.
Present.
Honorable Abe Lillian.
I'm present.
Honorable Abigaba Cuthbert Mirembe. Honorable Aboli Kunihira Agnes. Honorable Achan Joyce Okeny.
I'm present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Achen Dokas.
I'm present.
Honorable Acheng Jane Ruth Ochero. Honorable Achan Judith Peace. Honorable Achayo Juliet Lodo.
Present.
Honorable Achia Remijo. Honorable Acheng Saro Pendi.
Very present.
Honorable Achibu Agnes.
Present.
Honorable Achiro Pasca Menya. Honorable Achom Joan Alobo.
Present.
Honorable Achom Joan Alobo.
Present.
Honorable Achon Julius Bua.
Present.
Honorable Achora Nancy. Honorable Acrobat Kiza Moses.
Present.
Honorable Adeke Anna Ebajo. Honorable Adidwa Abdu. Honorable Adoa Helen. Honorable Adome Francis Lorica. Honorable Adrico Yovan. Honorable Aeku Patrick. Honorable Afidra Olema Ronald.
Present.
Honorable Foyochan Esther.
Present.
Honorable Agaba Isa. Honorable Agasha Juliet Bashisha.
Agawa Isa present.
I'm present.
Honorable Akamba Paul.
Present.
Honorable Kampurira Prosim Babazi.
Present.
Honorable Akelo Beatrice Akori. Honorable Akelo Christine.
Present.
Honorable Akelo Lucy.
Present.
Honorable Akelo Rose Lily.
Present.
Honorable Akena James Michael Jimmy. Honorable Cole Anthony.
Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Cora Maxwell Ebong Patrick. Honorable Kuguzibwe Aled Ronald.
Present.
Honorable Akumu Catherine Mavenjina. Honorable Alanyo Jennifer.
Present.
Honorable Aleper Margaret Achila. Honorable Aleper Moses.
Present.
Honorable Aleroto Maza.
Present.
Honorable Ali Moses. Honorable Alioni York Odria. Honorable Alum Santa Sandra Ogwang.
Present.
Honorable Alupo Jessica Rose Epel. Honorable Aliek Judith.
I'm present.
Honorable Amede Agnes. Honorable Amero Susan. Honorable Amongi Betty Ongom. Honorable Angura Frederick.
Ready to proceed. Present.
Honorable Anita Evelyn. Honorable Anyakun Esther Davinia. Honorable Anyua Ricky.
I'm present.
I am present.
She's not allowed.
Anyakun and Anyua, both present. Honorable Algon Silas.
Present and ready.
Honorable Aol Betty Ochan. Honorable Apollo Yeri Ofono. Honorable Apollo Christine. Honorable Apollo Stella Isodo.
Present.
Honorable Ariko Abat Edmond Okworo. Honorable Arineitwe Rauben.
Present.
Honorable Arineitwe Rakajara. Honorable Asaba Nsavimana Paul. Honorable Asamo Helen Grace.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Asera Stephen. Honorable Asimwe Florence Akiki.
Present.
Honorable Asimwe K. Enos.
Present.
Honorable Asimwe Musime Moli. Honorable Atim Agnes Apea.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Atim Oduong Anyua Beatrice. Honorable Atim Ogwal Cecilia Barbara. Honorable Atima.
Ready.
Honorable Atima Jackson Lee Booty.
Present.
Honorable Atugonza Alan. Atugonza Alan. Honorable Atukwasa Rita. Honorable
Present. At Gonza Alan.
Honorable Atukwasa Rita.
Present.
Honorable Atuto Jacinta. Honorable Atuachire Kathleen Indamira.
Present.
Honorable Atujuki Dan. Honorable Atiang Stella. Honorable Uma Helen Wandera. Honorable Uma Kenny. Honorable Uma Linda Agnes. Honorable Avako Melissa Naima Gule.
I am present.
Honorable Vu Jen Pachuto.
I'm present.
Honorable Wan Tony. Honorable Was Sylvia Vicky. I'll call you. Honorable Witch Jen.
I'm present.
Honorable Awo Betty Engola. Honorable Ayebare Margaret.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Ayo Jennifer Nalukwago.
I'm present.
Honorable Ayo Tony. Honorable Ayume Charles.
Present. Right Honorable Speaker.
That's Ayo
Tony
Tony.
Ayo. Present.
Honorable Ayume Charles.
Present.
Honorable Batom Ben Koryang. Honorable Baba James Boliba. Honorable Babalanda Mili Babirie, Honorable Bagala Joyce Ntwatwa,
Present.
Honorable Bajire Agre Henry,
Present.
Honorable Bahati David,
Present.
Honorable Bahireira Tumwekwase Sylvia, Honorable Bainaba Charity, Honorable Bainomugisha Jen Kabajungu, Honorable Baka Mugabe Stephen, Honorable Bachireke Namboze Betty, Honorable Bakabuli Indi Charles, Honorable Balimwezo Ronald Nsubuga,
Present.
Honorable Banjirana Anifa Kawoya,
I'm present and ready.
Honorable Bariomusi Chris, Honorable Basaliru Asuman, Honorable Bataring
Basalirwa present.
Honorable Bataringaya Basil Rwankwene,
Right Honorable Speaker, present and ready.
Honorable Batua Timothy Lusala,
Honorable Batua is very present.
Honorable Baiga Philip Michael Lulume,
I am present.
Honorable Bebona Babunji Josephine,
I am present.
Honorable Begumisa Mary,
I am present.
Honorable Boka Didi George,
Present.
Honorable Bigirwa Nora Nyendoha,
I'm present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Binji Patrick Nyanzi,
Present.
Honorable Biraro Ephraim Ganshanga, Honorable B. K. Lawrence Songa,
I'm present.
Honorable Bright Tom Amoti, Honorable Bukenya Michael Iga,
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Businge Harriet,
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Businge Joab,
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Businge Victoria Rusoke, Honorable Businge Penina,
Present.
Honorable Butime Tom Atenyi, Honorable Buturo Nsaba,
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Bwani Kabed,
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Bwire Sanon Nadeba,
Present.
Honorable Byakatonda Abdulu,
Present.
Honorable Byamuka Mafred, Honorable Byamuka Manulu Joseph, Honorable Byanyima Nathan,
Present.
Honorable Byarugaba Alex Bakunda,
Present.
Honorable Betty Chelaine Luke, Honorable Chelaine Betty Luke, Honorable Chelangata Linga Solomon,
Present.
Honorable Chelimo Reuben Paul, Honorable Chemaswet,
Present, Madam Speaker. Chelimo Ruben Paul.
Honorable Chemaswet Abdil Fadil Kisos, Honorable Chemonges William,
Members, some order.
Present. Honorable Chemtai Evelyn. Honorable Chemtai Phyllis. Honorable Cheptori Sam Mangusho. Honorable Cherokut Rose Emma. Honorable Dwiwaru Jennifer.
Present.
That's Dwiwaru. Honorable Bwalo Jonathan. Honorable Echweru Musa Francis.
Very present.
Honorable Edakasi Alfred Elalu Olale.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Kanya Joffrey. Honorable Ekudo Tom Julius.
Very present.
Honorable Lotu Cosmas. Honorable Eluelu Peter. Honorable Emigu Julius Peter.
Present.
Honorable Esenu Anthony Alden. Honorable Etuka Isaac Joaquino. Honorable Ezama Siraj Brahan. Honorable Feta Joffrey.
Present.
Honorable Gafabusa Richard Muhumuza.
Present.
Honorable Gidudu Mafwabi Dominic. Honorable Gume Frederick Ngobi.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Hashim Suleiman.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Igeme Nathan Naveta Samson. Honorable Ikojo John Bosco. Honorable Issa Abirie David Aga.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Issa Abirie Idi.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Isamat Abraham.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Isingo Patrick Mwesigwa.
I am here.
Honorable Ismail Mohammed Lomwa. Honorable Ismail Mohammed Lomwa. Honorable Kala Kevin Ojinga.
I'm present.
Honorable Kaya Christy Nachimwero.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Kabahenda Flavia Rabuhoro. Honorable Kabanda David.
Honorable Speaker, Kabahenda is present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Kabanda David.
What I'm hearing, and I think we should really embrace it. We thank the fact that it is the first of its nature, and being the first of it in Bale City, being considered as the first city to have such a facility, I think we should really appreciate the fact. We have been told that there are few of such a facility in Uganda, but considering us, I think
Secretary, your worships, the registrars, and the magistrates present. This morning to Mali. President Judge, Bwana RCC, allow me to welcome all of you very, very warmly this morning to Mali. Sure that you benefit from this. I want to join our bishop in So my Lord, in many God structures, we have had many varied interests. My Lord, you hear the excitement about this. So, you know, but let's think about those babies after this event. Yes. Not have to choose between calling into work and breastfeeding her baby when the need arises. So one reason has been given attention. One reason this has So one reason has been given attention. One reason this has been given attention is because the health of a mother and a baby are also very, very important through the process of continued breastfeeding. My Lord, in many ways, having these rooms at workplaces has ensured that a mother does not have to choose between calling into work and breastfeeding her baby comfortably or having some comfort that her child is nearby and she can check on the child throughout the day. So my Lord, invariably these centers at a workplace will lower our rates of absenteeism for our new mothers. It will increase morale, this is on the part of our employees, and also activity, and will at the end of the day provide for us a very good return on our investment. But beside the employees, as the users, our mothers will come from home knowing they have a place to be able to feed their mothers. And it is mothers who can share in this experience. You don't want to sit in a room like this These centers are fully funded by the government of Uganda, and of course with competing demands on government finances. Get out of their hands and have where to lie. You know, basic facilities to make it easy for the child, for the mother or the father to manage the child while they come to use our court services. So that's the baby care center. Then of course we have the child waiting room where the children can wait from, and where funds will allow, we hope there will also be gadgets to take evidence from these children. So that is what these child care centers are about. And I also hope that our staff will now have a more convenient place to look after their children when they have to be brought to them to nurse them. These centers are fully funded by the government of Uganda. And maybe just to give a little bit of information about this child care center. This child care center is supposed to comprise of two important aspects. Actually, those of you who like reading, if you go to our strategic plan, what you will find there is breastfeeding rooms. But we didn't think that all that we needed was breastfeeding. So these child care centers have two components. One component is what we call the baby care room, and we are putting basic facilities to make sure that the mother can go in there, breastfeed, but it's not only about breastfeeding. They have to change diapers for their children. Probably the child needs to get out of their hands and have where to lie. You know, basic facilities to make it easy for the child to get out of their hands and have where to lie. But it's not only about breastfeeding. They have to change diapers for their children. Probably the child needs to get out of their hands and have where to lie. You know, basic facilities to make it easy for the child. Is to make it easy for the child, for the mother to make it easy for the facilities to make basic facilities to make it easy for the corporations. We hope that maybe we can cover these courts faster than we think. But certainly this day is a day for really development partners on board. We have development partners who are interested in demands on government finances. Most times you'll find that these centers are quite basic, and we are not able to move very fast. These centers are fully funded by the government of Uganda.
all their witnesses to a right. In order to access justice, children need to be provided with equitable access to child-sensitive information and procedures, and must be adopted so that they are safe and can participate fully and can be heard. So that they don't fear to talk or give evidence, and just because of the intimidating stares from court users. So it is in this spirit that the judiciary management set up the Child Care Center and the Child Witness Protection Room at Mbale High Court to minimize the many obstacles in realizing the right to access justice for children. It gives me great pleasure that we have such facilities at this court. To access justice for children. It gives me great pleasure that we have such facilities at this court, not because all courts have such facilities where children, breastfeeding mothers and other vulnerable persons have conducive environment when they interface with the courts. The physical and operational environment of the courthouses plays a very important role in ensuring that children can understand and participate safely in the proceedings that deliver justice. And this means much more than providing just a comfortable waiting room on newly painted walls, as has been the case where witnesses would wait just outside there. Just outside there, or in the other waiting room, just as you enter this side of the premises. So it also means having well-trained justice professionals in ensuring that children can understand and participate of the courthouses plays a very important role in ensuring that children can understand and participate safely in the proceedings that deliver justice. And this means much more than providing just a comfortable waiting room on newly painted walls, as has been the case where witnesses would wait just outside there.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
Honorable Nabukenya Brenda.
Present.
Honorable Nafuna Muloni Irene Margaret. Honorable Naigaga Mariam.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Najuma Sarah.
I'm present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nakabuye Juliet Kakande. Honorable Nakadama Rukia Isanga. Honorable Nakato Mary Annette. Honorable Nakaenze Koni Galiwango. Honorable Nakazibwe Hope Grania.
I'm present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nachimuli Helen. Honorable Nakut Faith Loru.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable
Also,
Nakwang.
Right Honorable Speaker, the members from Karamoja asked me to inform you they are following on Zoom as they are in.
We will give members who are on Zoom time to vote.
No.
After the tally.
Honorable Nakwang Christine Tubo. Honorable Nalule Aisha Kavanda.
Right Honorable Speaker, I am present.
Honorable Naluima Betty Ethel. Honorable Namanya Neboth.
I'm present.
Honorable Nambeshe John Baptist. Honorable Namboze Teddy.
Right Honor.
Please switch on the phone. I mean on the mic.
I'm present.
Thank you.
Honorable Namuganza Passes Princess.
Present.
Honorable Namuga Goretti.
I'm present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Namuju Sisi Dionysia.
Hey, present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Namukuta Brenda.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Namutawe Joan.
Hi.
I'm present.
Honorable Namuyangu Kacha Jennifer.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present and ready to vote against Visiaga.
Honorable Nandagire Christine Ndiwalana.
I'm present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nandala Mafabi Nathan James. Nandala Mafabi Nathan James.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Nandutu Agnes.
Right Honorable Speaker, I am present.
Honorable Nangoli Gerald.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Thank you.
Honorable Nantaba Aida Arios.
Present, Right Honorable.
Honorable Nantongo Fortunate Rose.
Present, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nanyondo Veronica Namaganda.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Natukunda Medias. Honorable Natumanya Flora.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Naeva Sylvia. Honorable Ndezi Alex. Honorable Ndiomu Jenny Roland.
I am present.
Honorable Nevanda Andiru Florence.
I'm present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nekesa Victor.
I'm present, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ngompek Linus.
I'm present. Babylon.
Honorable Ngoya John Bosco.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Ninkusima John Paul.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Ninsima Boaz Kasirabo. Honorable Nirinjimana James Ruji Kaveruka.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Niwagaba Wilfred. Honorable Nionsaba Alex. Honorable Nkunyinji Muada.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Nkwasibwe Zinkuratire Henry.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Nsamba Patrick Oshave. Honorable Nsanja Patrick Kayongo.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Nsegumire Mohamed Kibedi. Honorable Nsereko Mohammed. Honorable Nsivambi Yusuf.
Right Honorable Speaker, Patrick Nsamba, I'm present.
Oshabe is there. Even Patience has come.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Who's that? Name.
Chinchawa Patience, Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Madam Speaker, Nachimuli Helen is present. Kalangala.
No, don't. They will call you again. Please. So can we be faster, clerk?
Honorable Nsubuga Paul. Honorable Nyakato Asinansi.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Nyakato Dorothy.
I'm present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Nyachkongoro Rosemary. Honorable Nyamtoro Fiona.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nyangweso Dennis.
Present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Nyeko Derek.
Present.
Honorable Nyirabashitske.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Nyongore Enoch.
I'm present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Obiga Kania Mario. Honorable Obiga Rose.
Obiga Kania is there.
Obiga Kania is there.
Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Biga Kanya is ready to vote against this obnoxious thing.
Honorable Biga Rose.
Honorable members, kindly don't go away.
Honorable,
please. Yes.
Honorable Biga Rose. Honorable Obong Vincent Shedrick.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Oboth Maxons Jacob.
Right Honorable, I'm present.
Honorable Oboa Dennis Hampson.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Chan Patrick.
I am present, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Chen Patrick. Chen Peter, sorry. Honorable Chen Peter.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Ochai Maximus.
I am present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Chero Jim Bricky Norman. Honorable Doi Bernard Onen Mutusa.
Present, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Doi Oyuelowo Fox.
Right Honorable Speaker, I am present.
Honorable Odongo JJ Abubakar. Honorable Du Jonathan.
I am present.
Honorable Oguzuli Dennis. Honorable Ogwal Moses Goli.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Ogwang Peter.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Ogwari Polycarp.
Physically present.
Honorable Jara Martin Mapenduzi.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm right here.
Honorable Ojok Andrew Olanya. Honorable Okasai Sidronia Sopolot.
Present.
Honorable Kai Bob. Honorable Okello Charles Patrick Ngola Machoduogo. Honorable Okello Geoffrey Charles.
Honorable Speaker, present.
Honorable Okello Nelson.
Madam Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Okeyo Peter.
Right Honorable Speaker, present.
Honorable Okia Joan Aniku.
Present.
Honorable Okin Pipi Ojara. Honorable Okiror Bosco. Honorable Okorimo Janet Grace Akej. Honorable Okot Boniface Henry.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Court John Amos.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm present.
Honorable Court Moses Jr.